toe touch is critical. There's one area that we see with hitters, in particular in middle school or the high school level, is that they have a lot of trouble with that front foot. And trying to use that front foot to time everything that they do. But the problem is, as you get older, you start to face better pitching, and better pitching is going to change their speeds and their locations and everything else, as you're aware. And if you're using that step as a way to time a pitch, you're going to get beat. Okay? What we try to emphasize instead of a step is just a simple reach with that front foot. Okay? If you'll notice where my head is, and I'll just kind of put a bat there to show the lineup. If I step, watch how much this bat moves forward towards the pitcher. That means that my weight's already coming forward, and we want to keep our weight back. If the pitcher throws a changeup and my weight's already forward, I can't do anything with that ball. So instead, I want to stay right back here. My head's not moving, but I'm getting that foot down. And that ultimately gets me in a good position where I'll be ready to hit. Okay? So again, we call this a reach and not a step. Imagine that there's an egg right there on the ground. Okay? If I step, I'm crushing that egg. Okay? But instead, if I reach, my weight is still back here, and we can still take that egg home and cook it. Okay? Sounds good. I didn't eat much for breakfast. Another critical thing before we get into the first drill is where you set yourself up on the tee. Okay? We do a lot of tee work, but everything that we do is a progression. So we start with tee work each and every hitting practice. We graduate from tee work to some toss drills, side toss and front toss. From there we go into the machine. From there we go into live pitching. So it's really a progression. And we want to make sure that what we're doing on the tee is going to be able to support us as we move forward. If at any point during our practice, if you get in the front toss of the machine and you're finding that something's not right, your timing's off, or some certain mechanic is off, come right back down to the tee and kind of build yourself right back up. Okay? So don't be afraid to do that. But where you set yourself up for hitting the ball is ultimately the most important thing with hitting with the tee. Okay? If I'm working on hitting inside pitches or outside pitches, I'm going to stand in a different spot in relation to where the ball's at on the tee. Okay? If I'm working on hitting outside, I'm going to let that ball get a little deeper on me. Okay? I also have to have it a little further away. And if I ultimately want to practice that outside pitch, it doesn't make any sense for me to stand right here. Right? Be ready to hit. I'm going to work outside. That doesn't make a lot of sense. On the same way, if I'm working on inside pitches, I want to get that ball out front, okay? But I also want to bring it in on me a little bit. Before we do a drill, we like to step up to the tee and just kind of go through our mechanics and make sure that we're in a good spot. Okay, so don't be afraid to step up, see if you're in a good spot to get to that ball. It's going to vary based on how long your arms are and what size of bat you use and everything else. But if you find that you're not in a good spot, step out and reset. Okay? One thing that we emphasize is going back foot first. We like to set up back foot first for a couple of different reasons. How many of you step when you do a regular swing? And it's okay, there's no right or wrong answer. Now there will be a right or wrong answer. How many of you step with your back foot when you regularly swing? Nobody raise your hand, please. Thank you. Okay. The back foot is our anchor foot. We like to dig that one in and then step in with that front foot. And when we step in with the front foot, it's a lot easier to align ourselves with where we want to be in the box as opposed to stepping in front foot first and then ending up closed off. And we don't want to be closed off to a pitcher. We want to make sure that we're either even, lined up even, or maybe even a little open so we can make sure that we have both eyes on the pitcher. Okay? So now to get into the first drill is our toe touch drill. Okay? We call it walking away from our hands. You're going to get in, you're going to be in a comfortable spot away from the ball so you know that you can get your hands through. And quite simply what we're doing is we're getting our weight back but getting that front foot down. Okay? I'm going to simulate it 3 times. If you guys want to come over here so you can see a little better. Yeah, they're tall, they can see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it 3 times. Okay? The first time I do it, I want you to watch my foot. Notice what direction my foot goes. Notice how it lands. Okay? The second time I do it, I want you to pay attention to my hands and what my hands are doing. And then the third time I do it, I want you to watch my head. Okay? So here, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay? What direction did my front foot go? Forward, right? What direction did my hands go? Backwards. And where'd my head go? Right. My head didn't move. Okay? So what we're doing is we're getting our hands away from our front foot, getting ourselves set. My weight is back here, and if you'll notice my front foot, where's my heel at? Up in the air, and any weight at all, and it's not much that I have on that front side, it's all on the inside of that big toe. Okay? What I want to do is I want to get myself set here, and once I'm in this position, the pitcher can throw a fastball, a changeup, they can throw whatever they want to throw, and I'm set, and I'm ready, and my weight's back. Okay? So when we go through this drill, we're going to, again, do it 3 times. So you're going to be at your tee, and you're going to 1, 2, and on the 3rd, you're going to swing. Go ahead and swing. Okay? We have